7 games, winning all 6 meetings. Cowboys try to even the series.
From the area known as Patriot Place for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. This seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that, what coaches call want to.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 14 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we down. Let's check in with our referee. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving core from a year ago. Really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Harris. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 79 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions. Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers. Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Prescott on 1st down. This to Jarwin. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Off play action. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The give is to Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This defense for the Patriots, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and they'll bring up 4th.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 4-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. This is Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Prescott now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And Dak Prescott was not the only Cowboy to miss the bulk of last season. Remember, Blake Jarwin went down in the Sunday night opener on the road against the Rams. He's back healthy and makes a nice catch there.
Elliott. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from more. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. New England's offense set to go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Myers. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Harris. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. Open man right side, Myers. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Damian Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
On for the extra point is Folk. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. To throw is Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. On second down, Elliott. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So on the big tight end, holding. Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding. Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. The tight end, Jarwin, with it out on the left side. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it. Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him. Now Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Throwing, Jones. Now he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play. And Folk's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate. And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And we check the rushing numbers. And the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. First down, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Cooper again the target, but now it'll be third down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tom Brady, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England, as we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. James Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Jerick McKinnon, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments like going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This is Tony Pollard. And no chance to get away as they'll the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And again, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first down, Elliott. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Jones throw complete there to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Terrell Basham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack. And now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. The Patriots send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. On the return is Lamb. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch.
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. They run with Harris. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And Folk's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Another catch for him. He's over the 250-yard mark now for the game, and he's got another first down. Prescott to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Elliott, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. Here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Going underneath, complete to Jarwin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Prescott yet again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. A give to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Jones on 1st and 10. Open man is Myers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
His record-setting ball game just continues. I mean, we're getting into silly territory here. He is closing in on 400 yards. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Prescott down. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now Jones. His throw incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Terrell Basham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys. Odighizuwa forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Terrell Basham able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football, CD. That's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
77 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
This is Elliott. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
And he returns this to the 22. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, 78 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Patriots take over. So now Jones and the Patriots down by 8, 2:16 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Jones. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They go to Elliott again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now Patriots trailing in this one now. Under a minute 20 to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Here's Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Osa Odighizuwa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. There's a nice move.
We got this.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy